Hi Year 12s and 11s. In this video we're looking at some applications of calculus, and we'll just probably best if you pause the video to read through, but essentially it's illustrating this picture that we have, and the curve of the ramp is given by that equation h equals 0.3x squared minus 3x plus 8. So we have three questions to answer here, and the first question is, what is the height above the ground of the walkways? So looking at that, it's asking for this height here, and the walkway occurs when x is equal to 2, so we'll substitute that into our equation. So h equals 0.3 times 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 8. And we'll need to evaluate that question. So 0.3 times 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 8. So our height is going to be 3.2 meters. Okay, so that's a straightforward question that you should really already know how to answer. So what is the height of the shortest strut shown in the diagram? So that's this part here. So that occurs in the middle, which is at 5. But to be certain, we would need to find where the minimum occurs. So we really ought to differentiate. So we'll differentiate this function. We get 0.6x minus 3. And we'll set that equal to 0. So 0.6x minus 3 equals 0. So 0.6 equals x equals 3. And so x equals 5. So it is definitely in the middle there. Okay, then we put 5 into the equation. So 5 in for x. We've got 0.3 times 5 squared minus 3 times 5 plus 8. Back to our trusty calculator. So 0.3 times 5 squared minus 3 times 5 plus 8, and we get 0.5, and that is the height of the strut shown in that diagram. Okay, for our last question, comment on whether there are some limitations. Well, I guess there are some physical limitations, such as the thickness of the ramp. For instance, we don't know if the model is modeling the middle of the ramp or the top surface or the bottom surface, and also the curve of the top of the strut, so that it is touching the surface completely. So there are always physical limitations that we need to be aware of. Okay, to have a go at some of these examples, go on to 21.06 please.